It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A first down throw for Mariota. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Mariota now from the 50. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
And last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
A first down carry for Barkley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. after the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. I got it. Come on. Check. Lucky.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack. On third down, Mariota.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. From the 41, Mariota gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's third down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mariota from the gun on third down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and now it's third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the gun, Mariota. That is caught by Cohen. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Mariota. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. To the air again, Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Oh, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Play action. It's Wilson. Complete to Bryant. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They go play action now. Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They run. This is Cohen. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Forced out to his left. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down. First down, a run with Cohen. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota, and it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota, and he completes it to Cohen. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back in pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Again, it's Mariota. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Being chased out left to Barkley on the check down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On third down, Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. Mariota now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. A second down throw here for Mariota. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Cohen. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Cohen. Still churning. They find some open field here. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. On 1st down, Barkley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 41, Wilson, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jonnu Smith, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as the Ravens push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They had a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. 4th down, Mariota. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Throwing, Mariota.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mariota on 4th down. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Bud Dupree and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, Barkley. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Pull up for signal.
Here's Wilson. It's caught. Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time this unit was out here, a costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They go play action. Mariota. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been a man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Wilson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Five count. Stand up in.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Baltimore, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,